From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for March 10, 2017. Today, we're going to take a little bit of a review of each of the U.S. currency pairs in anticipation of today's significant news. At 8:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time, today we have Canadian employment change, Canadian unemployment rate being released, and at the very same time, average hourly earnings out of the U.S., non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate out of the U.S. So a lot of significant news coming up at 8:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. So all of the analysis I'm getting ready to give you could change significantly depending on how all of that news comes out in just a little bit shortly after recording of this video. So let's get started here. USDCHF, the dollar franc, and actually I am in a long position here from the support, the green shaded area that you see up here towards the top of the red trend line. Went ahead and went long just above the 1.0100 level, and you can see currently sitting about 16 pips of profit. I'm targeting the orange shaded area, the yellow shaded area on the way up. If it can break the orange zone, positive news out of the US will send this higher. Now we did get a positive ADP number on Wednesday, so if that reflects what we're going to see today, we'll look for this to go higher. If it doesn't, and the jobs numbers are lower than expected today, we could see a turnaround and for this to go down. So protect profit if you have it and if you are in the trade. But I am long, looking for this to continue that upside and looking for a continuation from the ADP non-farm that we had on Wednesday here for the dollar franc. The green zone is 1.0100, 1.0120, so that is your support. Below that will be the 100 period moving average, the yellow zone, and the red trend line, down around the 1.006075 level. Of course, the orange zone, 1.0145 to 60, a break of that, likely heading back up towards the 1.0200 level for the dollar franc today. Let's move on over to the euro dollar. Similar yet opposite of the dollar franc, we would be looking for with a US positive number for this to go down. Now over the past 2 days with ECB yesterday, we saw a nice significant rally here for the euro dollar into the resistance zone. In fact, let's go ahead and zoom it in one more time. Take a look at the pink shaded area at the top of this black box. The black box represents somewhat of a range or period that this pair has been in. In fact, it might even be more prudent to look at it in somewhat of a manner like this between the pink, the yellow, and the purple shaded area at the bottom, where we've seen the march of the market contained and constrained within here. Of course, we have the falling red trend line. We're underneath the 100 period moving average. And again, if we get positive new U.S. news and significant positive U.S. news, we look for the resistance to hold here between 1.0605 and 1.0620, the pink shaded area, sending it back down to the yellow zone at minimum, I would think, and then significantly positive move for the US dollar back down to the purple zone or lower. The risk in this scenario is that we get negative news or less than expected news and it breaks through 620 and heads back up to the 650.75 level. That's the green zone where the 100 period moving average sits for the euro dollar today. Next, moving over to the GBPUSD. For the past couple of days, we've been in waiting mode for this currency pair. We have had a couple of opportunities, or at least one opportunity, to go short and made some profit from the purple zone down to the blue zone. So that was a good trading opportunity. It came back up yesterday and took us out of the remaining position with our stop loss locked in profit, but we had profit from the purple zone down to the blue zone. In fact, I have a pending order that's been sitting there since yesterday just under the purple zone at 1.2200. I'm going to go ahead and remove that pending order now prior to today's news, but if we get positive news for the U.S., again, we're probably looking for the breakdown of the blue shaded area and the continuation of the downtrend, which is what we've been waiting for all week long. That's what this blue circle represents, a breakdown, continuation lower. If it goes lower, our next support is down around the 1.2060, 2040 level, the yellow shaded area down at the bottom of the chart. So we would like to see that positive movement for the U.S. dollar break down here and turn lower. If it doesn't, back to resistance into the 122 level at the purple shaded area is very likely here for the GBPUSD. Positive movement though. We're looking for the breakdown of the blue zone for the pound dollar today. Next, moving over to the USDCAD, we've been looking for a bounce off of this support over the past day or so. In fact, I am in a small long position at 1.3500, which is the top of our green zone. We had to endure a little bit of a push down into there, into the 80s, but coming back for us a little bit. Definitely caution on this pair because we have both Canadian and US data popping up at 8:30 a.m. Eastern US time. If you're in it, maybe prudent to protect profit, maybe even close the trade prior to the news. But continuing the uptrend, if it does go up, we know that 1.354075 would be a resistance. Beyond that, we're maybe even looking up into the mid to upper 1.36s, the pink shaded area at the top of the chart, if it's a significant push higher. Negative, push back under the green zone. You know, if we get a positive move for Canada stronger than the US dollar, we could be seeing this back down into the 134 level, the blue shaded area just underneath the green zone for the US CAD. Moving over to the US yen, again, we've had a good solid positive movement here for this currency pair over the past couple of days. Been looking for an opportunity to go long over the past 2 days, but never really gave me a good solid open and close above the green zone with a dip sitting on top of it as support. So it's just continued up without me. Now we're looking for the break of the pink zone. That pink zone is 115.30, 115.55 is the pink zone. Look to the left. Look at the blue circle, the black circle. Never broke there. So if it can break through that pink zone, especially on positive U.S. news, we're easily back into the mid to low 116s. That's the blue shaded area here, just above our breakout. So we're looking for the breakout on positive news, touching into the mid 116s. Negative news, if it's surprising and negative movement for the US dollar, we're back down easily to the green zone, 114.80, 114.55. So waiting for something to happen, either a bounce off the pink zone or a breakthrough it today for the US yen. Next, moving over to the AUDUSD, we've been waiting for the breakdown and the continuation of the downtrend for the past day or so. I'm in a small remaining position from 7,600, which is up here at the purple shaded area. I've locked in, closed some of the profit, can't lose on it, move the stop loss down as well. So again, it's we're looking for an opportunity actually to add back on. A positive movement for the US dollar breaks down the green zone 7,500, and we look for it to head back down towards the 74.60 level if we get a positive strong move for the US dollar. Negative movement, we could be easily back towards the yellow zone, maybe even a turn back towards the purple zone if it's a strong negative move for the US dollar. So really, if it's a positive move, the biggest thing we're looking for is the breakdown of 75 and the continuation of the downtrend for the Australian dollar. Over to the NZDUSD, waiting on this currency pair all week long for a new breakout. We've traded this over the past 3 weeks with positive pips on this currency pair. The biggest thing we're waiting on now is very similar to the Australian dollar. We need a breakdown of the green zone. Look at this support that we've seen here for the past couple of days. We need a breakdown. That is 68.80, 69.05. That's the green zone. It needs to break it. If it does, we're back down towards 6,800. That is the blue shade area. So we're looking for the break of the green zone and a target back down to the blue zone. This is nothing new. If you've been in the trade room, we've been talking about this for a couple of days anyway. So nothing really new here. We need a break of the green zone, target the blue zone. If it's a negative move, which I don't think it will be, but we'll have to wait and see, we'll push back towards the pink zone, in towards the 69, 60, 80 level for the New Zealand dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.